this might be the weirdest collaboration of 2025. Rizzlerberry Arizona iced tea. Oh, sorry, Ar-RIZZ-zona. How embarrassing for me. Obviously, you guys know me. The first thing I thought was, yeah, I should probably develop film with that. So I did, and my precious little leggies, you know I don't miss here.
Oh no!
Okay, I miss sometimes, but not today.
Let's go.
In order to achieve maximum Rizz, I shot a roll of Ilford HP5, capturing only the finest, most Rizz-filled portraits of my friends. That's pretty good. I shot this roll on my beloved Fuji GA645Zi. Now I know some of you might have a couple of questions for me like, what is Arizona? Who is the Rizzler? And did you beat the new Rivatorium levels on the hardest difficulty? Well, good news for you. All of your questions will be answered once I get to my magical dark room. But for now, join me in the kitchen where I'll assemble this unholy elixir I'm dubbing Rizzle. You guys already know what it is. Into my lucky dark room pot goes the Rizzlerberry, along with some vitamin C powder and washing soda. You hear that? That's how you know it's working. For some reason, when I added that stuff in, it turned black. But after thoroughly mixing everything, it went back to its like pinky purple color. I don't know, it kind of did. It was pinky with like a hint of black. I'm gonna heat this concoction up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and while that's going, I'd like to pose this question to you. Why'd they call it Rizzlerberry? Why not the obvious play on raspberry and call it Rizzberry? And while you guys ponder that one, I'm gonna add this delicious developer juice into my Patterson tank and begin the agitation process. But only after pouring out a little extra Rizzlerberry for me. Now I bet you're wondering what the Rizzlerberry tastes like. Well, let's give it a try. For my fellow darkroom nerds out there, I gotta say, gone are the days of constant agitation for 15 minutes. In more recent weird darkroom developing sessions, I've had much more success using a traditional 10 seconds of constant agitation than 4 inversions every 30 seconds. I agitated for about 6 or 7 minutes. you see that? I did the 6-7 meme. I'm gonna kill myself. By the way, it was a 9-minute agitation. Now, some of you might not be familiar with Arizona, especially if you aren't from America. But Arizona is a beloved beverage company based in, you guessed it, New York. Huh? They're known for the big can. Over here in America, 99 cents, that's right, under $1 gets you an absolutely bladder-demolishing 22 fluid ounces. And apparently that's this many milliliters. No matter how bad inflation gets, Arizona stands firm. They hold the line and they say, fuck price increases. Honestly, it's pretty based. And I guess some of you who are probably around my age or older might not know who the Rizzler is. Well, he's this guy. And he's famous for doing this.
Very cool.
And if you're sitting there saying Rizz,
what the hell is even that?
It's a slang word first used in New York by Twitch streamer and YouTuber Kai Cenat. It refers to one's ability to get bitches. I actually thought it was derived from the word charisma, but...
Is it short for charisma? Is that the truth?
So that's what people say, but like, when I first started saying it on my stream, like, I already knew the meaning for it. So we just kept saying it. Like, it just was catchy, and we just started saying it. But that's a good analogy, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess not. Rizz actually is in certain dictionaries. According to Merriam-Webster, it is a slang noun for romantic appeal or charm, and as a verb meaning to charm or seduce. For example, I'm going to rizz you up until you hit that subscribe button below. I am just flabbergasted by what an exciting and versatile word this is. And now we know. Now we all know more. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Another successful roll out of Sweet Labs. Did you expect anything less? And as we go through these photos, I want to highlight a couple of the photos that are oozing Rizz. A couple of them have Rizz levels that are off the charts, and frankly, these are levels of Rizz that have never been observed by humans before. I started off strong at New York Comic-Con, where my buddies Wes and Donovan were subjected to the Rizzler pose. The lighting was gorgeous, we had the window nearby, I used the flash for a little fill, and oh mama, these portraits rock. In terms of Rizz, Wes is getting an 8 out of 10, but Donovan had perhaps some of the strongest Rizz in the game, and he's getting a 10 out of 10. After Comic-Con, we went to a bar where my friend Corey was subjected to this video, and he really didn't want to do it, so I'm giving him bonus points just because, you know, he was a good sport. He is using the incorrect finger though, so that's gonna have to dock him a few, so that's a 7 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. And I can't be impartial since the next photo is me, so you're gonna have to let me know down in the comments. What is what is my Rizz rating. I also met up with the boys from Duryea, Danny and Brian, and once again, magic. It was pure magic. Danny's Rizz, powerful, iconic, but Brian's, my goodness, the sheer magnitude of that Rizz, 10 out of 10. He and Donovan are the two to beat. Also, this was a shot that made me realize the actual Rizzler pose has the other arm supporting the elbow of the Rizz hand, I guess. So extra points for that observation. Let's bump him up to an 11 out of 10. Danny also appears later on in the roll where he's not hitting the pose, but to be completely fair, he was playing the drums at the time, so I think we can let him pass. At that show, I got a bunch of my friends to rizz me up, including one of my precious little eggies, Stefan, who makes music and also uploads to YouTube. Very cool, go check him out. I had to take another S-Rad selfie. This one was very difficult for me because I had to balance the big can and hit the Rizzler pose, so you're welcome for that. Overall, the Rizz all worked great. The contrast looks good, the negatives aren't fogged up, it got a little weird on the edges, but whatever. So there you go, you can develop black and white film with Arizzona Rizzlerberry. I'm sure all of you were wondering that just like me. Presumably any Arizona tea would work provided you use the framework laid out by the caffeinol or beerol processes, so this isn't super surprising. And speaking of, I actually have a coffee developer video that's in the oven and it's coming soon, TM, so stick around for that. Let me know which photo you think has the most Rizz in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye bye.
Like and subscribe. Sweet Loop Photography. Domain.